The outside, Wonderfully Made. They're off and they're racing now with the Natasha. Admire Astra, the first of them to hit Terra Firma, and Vampy Queen was into stride nicely enough from Masmelo. Solo Vega taken hold of, throwing the head around a little here at the judge inside of Poppy's Roses. Pike's going to take hold of Wonderfully Made and ride her out the back. Going up in front of her is Chino Bay, and back there last of all Heavenly Rapture. They've gone over by the 1800 here at Beckett's Gate with Admire Astra, extending the lead now to 2.5 lengths on Vampy Queen. Down on the inside, running third after settling Masmelo. A length away then Poppy's Roses up prominently placed. Down on the inside behind them Solo Vega, a length and a half behind them to Chino Bay. And then the raging favourite Wonderfully Made. Last of all Heavenly Rapture, about 8 or 9 lengths from the leader as they go inside Northerly Lodge over into the back straight. Admire Astra calls the shots here in the Natasha Stakes and leads by 2.5 lengths. Running second is Masmelo, down on the inside of Vampy Queen. Then Poppy's Roses up there at the 1200 mark. She's in fourth placing. Solo Vega fifth. 3/4 of a length away behind them. Next of all, when they work out to the riverside, is Chino Bay. Then Wonderfully Made, given plenty of time by Pike to just cool her jet, settle back in the field. She's now about 6 or 7 lengths off Admire Astra as they get a little breather. And Heavenly Rapture's last of all. Admire Astra leads them midway down the riverside of the course, approaching the 800. She's a length in front of Vampy Queen. Little change in the order. Masmelo third down on the inside. Up there racing a bit keenly at this part of proceedings, Poppy's Roses. And then Solo Vega, Chino Bay there together. And Pike's about to start winding up Wonderfully Made. About to get it going here as they start to sprint, coming to the turn. Last of all, Heavenly Rapture. 450 left to go, and Admire Astra still travelling all right. Leads the way from Vampy Queen. Poppy's Roses coming. Masmelo back on the inside, needs room. Over on the outside, Chino Bay. Wonderfully Made going back inside of them for a run. And she's still 4 lengths from them, the favourite. At the 150, Masmelo ranges up to Admire Astra, grabs the lead, takes the front. Wonderfully Made runs on, but Masmelo extends and comes away from them. Masmelo won the Natasha from Admire Astra. Wonderfully Made third. In behind them, Poppy's Roses, Heavenly Rapture. Not much in it for fourth. They were followed further back, Chino Bay, then Solo Vega, and back there at the tail end of the field is Vampy Queen. Masmelo, the Machino filly from the stable of Neville Parnham and ridden by Chris Parnham, takes the Natasha Stakes. Chris Parnham there, booting home his second winner in the race. Too good for Admire Astra, which gave a bold account after leading all the way. The favourite, though, you could see that Pike wasn't confident going to the outside with her, and he was trying to cut the corner and make some ground because she wasn't travelling into it well enough. And this $1.50 favourite goes down. Masmelo enhances her regard as the horse to beat in the Oaks. Number 2, Masmelo, prepared by Neville Parnham. A filly by Machino at a Meltem. Too good for number 3, Admire Astra. A filly by Admire Mars, Simon Miller, Lucy Fiore. And Wonderfully Made by Playing God, third home, Willie Pike for Danny Morton in 2:18, 7:3, 35:21. The concluding 600, 1 length and a half a length. The margins. Well, she had a lovely run all the way. She got clear at the right time, and she certainly appreciated getting to the 2,200 this afternoon. Wonderfully Made was patiently handled, but she wasn't going well enough to pick them up because they did get that good breather mid-race, and you could just see the race starting to change. It then became very much a sprint, and Masmelo was right there in that commanding spot. Just needed some room to get clear. Got that when Admire Astra kicked away. Vampy Queen dropped off. Pike was hard at work, hands and heels on this odds-on pop back there in the field. She got home okay, but she was never really going to test Masmelo in the concluding stages. Masmelo's owned by Nev Carolyn Parnham, Mrs. D and D.S. Keane, C. Hannigan P and Mrs. M. Corbett with L. Carver. And she's got 2 victories now from 9 runs and very much headed towards the WA Oaks and 1.5 miles in front of her. Admire Astra, game second. Wonderfully Made back there third, fourth home 7, Poppy's Roses. Race 5, the City of Belmont Plate, rescheduled for 2:30. Over 1,100 metres, and we take out 4 Dixie Do and also 12 Mr. Kaplan, 4 and 12, as we join Lockie Taylor down there in the yard. Whether or not this has come a run earlier than most would have thought remains to be seen. It might not be the view of Neville Parnham, but it's a very good win by Masmelo here, building towards the Ultimate Fillies Classic coming up this autumn. Lockie?
Really exciting couple of weeks upcoming for the Neville Parnham team as Neville joins me now. Neville, congratulations on the feature success. Masmelo, she's always been trending towards this type of trip. How confident were you that she'd run out this 2,200 metre trip strongly?
Oh yeah, very confident she'd run the distance. You know, I think she'll run about 3 mile to be honest, but she's a beautifully relaxed filly, and she's come up really well after a short break when she won on Melbourne Cup Day, and then she ran a good race in the Champion Fillies, and decided to give her a little bit of a let up, and yeah, she's come through really well. And I was a bit worried I sort of hadn't given her enough work actually. She worked by herself on Tuesday morning, and yeah, I was a bit reserved because would have liked to have seen her put a little bit more effort into a workout, but so I do feel this run will bring her on again.
How do you look to now change her training with that in mind? Is she the type of relaxed filly that might just need a working partner for a final couple gallops leading into an Oaks?
Yeah, it's probably the first time she's ever worked by herself, but I didn't have a partner, and but we'll find one next time.
Barrier 1, her last 2 starts. Looking at her in the yard, she's such a big, scopy looking filly. Could you almost argue the case that Barrier 1 isn't the best gate for a big filly like her?
Oh, it's probably not, Lockie. She's a big striding filly, and to be honest, she probably would be better sort of winding up. The day she won it was only a maiden, but you know, she sort of got wound up from back in the field and sprinted the lead not far into the straight and strode right away, won by about 5 or 6 lengths. And you know, I think if she draws out a little bit, Chris would probably ride her maybe a spot or 2 further back. But yeah, really pleased with the effort, and yeah, good for the owners who the breeder there, Doris. She sold it at the winter sale to me for $3,000, and I felt sorry for him, so I let him back in it.
You're a good man. Talk us about your 2-year-old, who's the favourite in the next, or second favourite, Happy Dance. Can she make a splash on debut?
Look, she's done everything right. She's always shown a nice bit of ability. Then I applied the blinkers on her at a second trial, and yeah, she'd really come on anyway, but the blinkers switched her right on, and subsequently her work's been very strong. So yeah, I do believe that there's you know, she's going to run a big race on debut.
Well done here. Good luck in the next.
Good day, thanks.
There's Neville Parnham, and here's Chris Parnham, a man that certainly knows how to win a WA Oaks.
He certainly does know how to win a WA Oaks, and this filly, Chris, looks like she's right on track.
Yeah, she's been trending the right way all preparation. We've been really happy with her. Today was her 3rd run in. She's run well her first 2 runs without winning, but probably was a little bit unlucky not to win first up, and then was comfortably beaten last start. But I thought stepping up in distance was only going to suit her more.
And obviously today from barrier number 1, she was able to take up a position, which was different to last start where she drew barrier number 1 and flopped out the back. Yeah,
that run was sort of a fast run, 1,000 guineas for a small field. I didn't expect them to go out that quick. So today, drawn barrier 1 wasn't ideal again, but yeah, I was confident stepping up in distance she'd hold her position closer.
2,400 metres. If you were to draw any sort of middle barrier, do you ride her that way again, close handy, or do you ride her a bit colder?
I don't think it really matters. I think she's, you know, as long as she can get a nice cuddle somewhere. It doesn't look like it's going to be an overly big field, so it might be a tactical affair, but we'll see how she fares. I think she's certainly good enough to win it.
Well done.
Thank you.
There's Chris Parnham. He combines with his Hall of Fame father, Neville, and Masmelo to take out the feature of the day, the Natasha Stakes, and she'll certainly start the favourite in the WA Oaks in a couple of weeks' time. An update on Pingrup. Unfortunately, their annual Cup Day meeting has been abandoned. So on the other side of the break, it won't be the first at Pingrup. We'll take an extended break and be back for race 5 here at Ascot for the 2-year-olds.